Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, your home for high school and college sports. And we are live from Hamilton High School, Hamilton, Ohio. We've got high school basketball, tournament basketball. We've got the Fairfield Indians taking on the Wilmington Hurricane, number 3 in Division I basketball this year. The Wilmington Hurricane now are 23-1. Did we get an actual record for?
They're 10-10 regular season, 12-10 overall.
Okay, all right. So anyway, we have an opponent here that has sort of been on the roll, so to speak, at the end of the season, which is where you want to peak. Fairfield really wasn't expected to get past the first round, but obviously in tournament, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. So we've got everything coming up with Charlie Hargrave, Joe Davis, yours truly, Rick Phillips, and Roger the Dodger on our camera. We've got a great game coming to you tonight, so stay tuned as CampusNation.com brings you high school boys tournament basketball. I'll turn it over to our broadcast crew, and they'll give you a little background and other information on the teams, and we'll get this game underway.
All right, well, good evening, everybody. We are here from a very nice facility here in Hamilton, Ohio. Always think of Hamilton, always think of the old left-hander, right?
That's right.
That's Joe Nuxall's hometown. We are here, I'll tell you what, we've got lots of media here tonight, not only us in Buckeye Country, but it looked like maybe Channel 5 was down there. I can't tell what channel that is. Can you tell what channel he is? I think we're going to say Channel 5.
I think he still says the Blitz. I think it's 5.
Anyhow, getting ready to have the Fairfield Indians going up against Wilmington Hurricane. Fairfield in their last game beat the Kings Knights, beat one of my friends, the coach, Pat Stevens, the Greenfield AD. Yes. His brother is the head coach at Kings.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and he's retiring. They're having his retirement party tonight. So good luck to that Coach Stevens. Yep. And hopefully things will go well for him in his days of retirement. But yeah, real nice guy. Pat obviously is a great guy over at Greenfield. And that's kind of the big news of the day, though. We're getting off the tournament action a little bit. Is the SCUL is going to dissolve after next year.
Yeah, that was a shock to a lot of people.
This isn't very loud.
You can't hear yourself, Charlie?
Nope, I can't hear very well at all. No, Joe can't either.
I was trying to adjust the
you turned us off. Okay, well, anyhow, if you haven't heard, folks, the SCUL after next year is just going to be Wilmington, East Clinton, and Clinton Massey, because all the other teams are going to leave the conference. They're going to start their own conference down around the southeast, in the southeast district. So Hillsborough, Greenfield, Chillicothe, Trace, Courthouse, Jackson, possibly some other, possibly Uniota, possibly
was it Waverly? Did you say Waverly?
Possibly Waverly.
Yeah, I think that Waverly was one of those.
Now, I hear you pretty good, Rick, but I don't hear Joe hardly or myself.
You're very light, too, to me. I don't hear you very well. Don't hear myself.
Joe's a little better now.
How's that?
That's a little better. Yeah.
Oh, we know Charlie can't hear anyway, but one of the things that we want to say before we go further is, obviously, we've got sponsors tonight. Bogart Southern Barbecue. We've got Town & Country Salon giving us some packages to give away as far as tanning. We've also got Route 73 Homes. Right.
Brian Lawrence.
And Wilmington Savings Bank. So we want to get that in, and we'll tell you more about those. But remember, tonight we'll be giving away gift cards for Bogart's Barbecue. We will also be giving away tanning packages. So stay tuned.
Can I win the Bogarts?
Yeah,
we'd like to win the Bogarts tonight. Can we call in first?
Tanning's not going to help me any, but the Bogarts could.
Joe, tanning might help you a little bit.
Joe looks like he might use some barbecue. Charlie?
Yeah, I might need some tanning too.
Charlie does not need barbecue, but he might.
I don't need any
some
tan, that's for sure.
I used to go one of those tanning things when we used to take cruises and stuff, and I got a nice tan for a while. And now I'm back to where if I go down and I lay on the beach, I'm lighter than the sand on the beach.
You're saying if you lay on the beach, they want to push you in. They think you're beaching yourself or something?
Yeah.
Joe, that's where they got the idea of Jose Jalapeno on the stick right there.
That's it, right there.
Anyhow, folks, we're glad you're with us tonight. I tell you, the Wilmington fans are falling in here pretty good. We've got a nice crowd. There's a little bit of red in the audience, but Wilmington, I tell you what, that's one thing I'm impressed with Wilmington. They travel so
all of Clinton
well.
County travels well, really. East Clinton, as small a school as they are, travels well as a fan base. Massey travels well as a fan base. And Wilmington, I mean, you can see we've got this side over here. It's pretty well packed on this side. They're already going into underneath the basket. I see a lot of orange going there starting.
And both sides, really.
Yeah, on both underneath both baskets. You see Wilmington people that you know underneath both baskets on both ends because it's already full on the side where they've dictated Wilmington to sit. And the other side is pretty little full in the middle. The right side is very sparse, and the left side of the three sections of seating is a little fuller, but not quite half, about maybe half full.
And, that's a lot closer drive for them than Wilmington.
Yeah.
I tell you, if you've never been to this facility, it's really nice. We're up here on the, what you call the mezzanine. They got a nice walking track around the top of it, and they got seating on all four sides of the gym. And it's really, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't think it has quite the capacity Fairfield does. Fairfield's facility is a little bit bigger, has a little more capacity.
Yeah, it does.
But this is nice. And the reason we're not playing at Fairfield, obviously, is because Fairfield is playing in the game tonight. They can't have the advantage of playing at their home court. Now, if Kings would have won, we'd have been back at Fairfield tonight. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, so we're here at Hamilton. The reason I say unfortunately, over there they had a nice little room for us. Pizza, pop, cookies, it was great.
We forgot to ask the site manager if that was available tonight.
He'd probably laugh at us. We were lucky to get a couple programs out of him, though. We're about 5:35 to go here before game time.
Now, one thing I've noticed here is there's no clocks at the end like you do at regular high school. There's one in the right corner as we're facing to basket to our left, and there's probably one to our right down the corner here.
But they also have the 30-second clocks. Even though they don't use them, it looks like there's clocks on there.
Yeah, and
just no
right above the basket,
there.
you have the clock above the basket, so the players can look up above the basket
for the time.
See the clock, see the time. But the score is also hanging down in the middle like most gyms, and it's fairly high here, so it helps us where we're sitting. We can look right at it.
Right.
But if you're seating down below, you got to look way up or look to your left or to your right. So but it's a nice facility here, nice and wide and open, and not blocked by anything except this bar in front of us.
Right, and I tell you, Fairfield coming in, it's kind of interesting looking at their roster. They've got 4 seniors, and 6 juniors, and only 1 sophomore. So they're pretty, they've got a lot of experience on their team, it looks like. They're coached by Mark Harden. Assistant coaches are Jeff Sims, Steve Hardings, and Steve Kessler. And it's going to be interesting to see how well they do. Height-wise, they do have 2 guys who are 6'4", 1 6'7" guy, and a 6'6" guy. So Wilmington, they're going to have to battle against this Fairfield height tonight.
We had that same thing against Springfield, and surprisingly, it didn't affect Wilmington.
Phase them. Well, Wilmington's got, they've got Alex Miller, who's 6'4", Cumberland 6'5", Rory 6'6". So they're not out high that much.
Because I've been around them so much since they were little kids, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't realize them being that tall until you read it. They're like, oh my gosh.
Now, one little key to tonight's game, Pat told me when his brother got beat down here the other night, he said Fairfield shot better than any game they'd scouted them. He said they just shot the lights out of it here the other night, and that's an advantage because Fairfield has played here once.
If you're a team that's like that and you're up 1 game, the odds are you're not going to carry that kind of shooting to another game if you've not been doing it all year long.
But it is an advantage that they have played here already, I think.
Right. That's a small advantage.
So.
As a player, once I was on the floor, I don't think a lot of things affected me, but one thing did affect me is when we played like at Xavier and the baskets are rolled out compared to being at a gym. That, it took me a while to get used to no depth.
Yeah, the depth perception at all these courts anymore is a lot different. I mean, it's not. Yeah, that's why it's important to get out here and do the shoot around. And I tell you what Rick Van Meter always used to do down Greenfield, he always tried to make sure he played a game at the site of his first tournament games.
Right.
Because that way at least his guys have been playing there once and they know. And I think to this day we still try to do that, but I don't think it happened this year. Southeastern is where Greenfield goes to play. And every year it seemed like we always played Southeastern toward the end of the season too, which was really convenient because then you got to go down there for the tournament.
We did the same thing in bowling this year. I'm the Wilmington High School bowling coach. So when we were at the meetings preceding the season and setting up bowling sites with other teams, I found out, I knew we were going to bowl Crossgate lanes when it came to tournament time. We could pick where we bowled, Crossgate or Coleraine. We bowled Coleraine last year. Crossgate is much closer to Wilmington. It's a half hour closer technically.
Yeah.
So we decided we're going to bowl Crossgate. We found out Moeller and Reading were bowled at their home, and they were looking for somebody to bowl against. So we reached out to them. I set them up the 2 Wednesdays before we went to sectionals.
That's
so
good.
We bowled on them. The next week we bowled on them. The next week we were in sectionals.
Because that's a whole different deal, bowling.
Right.
And then lanes.
And then earlier in the year we bowled against Xenia at Beaver Creek, and that's where we held the districts, and we made it to districts. So going in, our boys wouldn't feel, and our girls wouldn't feel, oh my gosh, we've never been here. This is a big place. But they felt at home. I mean, but it didn't help in districts, but it did. I think it really helped us in sectionals.
Well, folks, the buzzer, the 1 minute buzzer is rang, and we are getting ready to start here. We're going to have the Star Spangled Banner, then we'll have the introduction of the starting lineups. And like I said, the Wilmington side is just packed. Teams are lining up. So we're getting ready for the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and on behalf of the Hamilton City Schools Board of Education, Superintendent Mr. Tony Orr, and Hamilton High School Principal Mr. John Wilhelm, we would like to welcome everyone to the Athletic Center on the campus of Hamilton High School for tonight's OHSAA Division I Southwest District Sectional Final.
Sectional final tonight, folks, in case you didn't realize that.
And the Hurricanes from Wilmington High School. Both schools are members of the OHSAA and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by this body to maintain high standards of conduct, sportsmanship, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While gameplay may be fierce, all in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between young men and that sporting behavior is expected. The officials for tonight's contest are registered by the OHSAA and have been selected.
Uh-oh, somebody just turned his mic off.
Yep. Oh, we lost electricity.
Oh, we lost power, too, to the scoreboard.
Apologize for the technical difficulties. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of this match. An attitude of good sportsmanship should be upheld by all spectators, players, and coaches, no matter what personal feelings or loyalties may be in this game. The officials assigned to tonight's contest are Doug Cruthon, Kent Saunders, and Kermit Jones.
Cruvon, Saunders, and Jones are the referees. Do you know any of them, Joe?
No.
As we honor America,
I have to look at them when they get where I can see them better, but they don't look familiar to me.
With the play of our national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner is being concluded. Now we're going to have the starting lineups.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
And now to introduce all players from both teams, beginning with the visitors in tonight's contest, the Fairfield Indians.
All right.
Fairfield is going to be the visiting team tonight. They're dressed all in red. Wilmington will be in their home whites. To start out tonight on your radio dial, Wilmington will be going right to left on your radio dial wearing their home whites. Fairfield Indians will be in their away reds going left to right. We're glad you're with us tonight. We'll try to bring you the best job we can do. It's myself and Rick Phillips and Joe Davis.
6'4" senior, number 3,
T.C. Wells, a 6'4" senior starting for Fairfield.
A 6'4" senior, number 5, Mitchell Woods.
Mitchell Woods, another 6'4" senior starting
A 6'1"
for
senior,
Fairfield.
number 13, Thomas Kidd.
Thomas Kidd, who's a 6'1" senior.
Number 23, Cedric Woods.
Cedric Woods.
And a 6'6" junior, number 42, Ben Phillips.
And Ben Phillips is a 6'6" junior.
The Indians are Jeff Sims, Steve Harding, Steve Kessler, Bernard Caldwell, Terrell Davis, and Kyle Smith. And the head coach, Mark Harden. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fairfield Indians.
Now we're going to have the Wilmington Hurricanes introduced. Hurricane Nation comes to its feet.
And like I said, there's probably 2-1 in here, Wilmington versus Fairfield fan base.
Number 5, Nick Morris. And number 11, Curtis Gachet. Number 12, Tony Merritt. Number 21, Lane Griffin. Number 22, Montel Jones. Number 23, Alex Wright. Number 31, Matthew Smith. Number 33, Dorian Taylor.
Just announcing all the reserves right now for the Hurricanes.
And now the
starting lineup.
For the Hurricanes, a 5'9" senior, number 3.
Cam Stewart, 5'9" senior.
6'4" senior, number 10, Alex.
6'4" senior Alex Miller.
A 5'9" sophomore, number 30.
5'9" sophomore Dylan Bogard.
A 6'5" senior, number 34,
Jaron Cumberland. 6'5" senior heading to UC next year.
And a 6'6" junior, number 44, Chris Woolery.
44 Rory.
The assistant coaches are Nick Moles, Dave Washington, Jermaine Isaac, and Brian Long. And the head coach, Mike Novska.
Obviously head coach Mike Novska.
Those are the Hurricanes from Wilmington High School.
Like I said, Fairfield's in red. They'll be going left to right. Wilmington will be in the home whites going right to left.
That is the home team in tonight's contest on all arena scoreboards. The Wilmington score will be listed under the big blue column.
So Wilmington's in the big blue column tonight.
Listed under the big blue column on all arena
The only time I would like being big blue, I probably all year, but being an Ohio State fan. But
at least that's not an M in the middle of the floor.
you're right.
Hey, Jay, you'd be in heaven, wouldn't he? Tip goes out. Bogard has it. We're underway. Wilmington, like I said, is going right to left. Cumberland has the ball, gets it out to Cam Stewart at top of the key. Fairfield's playing, looks like a man-to-man. A lot of movement going on. Just holding the ball out on the right wing is Alex Miller. He dribbles it over, gets to Rory. Cumberland shoots up his first three of the game, and it's good.
He acted like it was nothing. Just
pretty
right
nonchalant. Wilmington coming out. Looks like they're going to do their trap, but they're not going to pick it up till about half court. Fairfield has no problem breaking it. Shots put up underneath by number 5, Mitchell Woods, no good. And Cumberland with a rebound. Gets it out to Alex Miller, but I think he traveled. Yes, he traveled. I think Alex was surprised that the ball come in there that quick to him.
He sort of lost it probably a little bit because I thought the other guy was going to steal it. It got right by him, and I think he probably thought it was going to be stolen himself, and he was surprised that it went to him.
Here comes the trap again with the little speedy guard, number 23. That's Cedric Woods, dribbles right through it. Another three-pointer put up by T.C. Wells is no good, and Cumberland comes down with the board, and he's going the other way. Takes it down the middle of the lane, puts up the little bunny, no good.
I think he was thinking he was going to get a foul there. He didn't get the call and missed the shot.
Rebound by Mitchell Woods, going the other way. Shot was put up.
Fairfield's not looking good on the on the shot venture right now.
And that's good. Back down the other way, Wilmington has it. Cam Stewart with a basketball, gets it over to Cumberland. Another three. This one is no good, but rebounded underneath by Miller, and he is fouled.
It's a good call. The guy tried to go for the arm and ball and got the arm instead.
Cedric Woods with a foul, his first. Stewart inbound underneath the Kane basket, gets it into Cumberland. Back to Stewart. He shoots up his first three of the night. Nothing but net.
That looked beautiful.
6-0. Hurricane on top. And they got a little trap going here again.
They may have stolen the ball.
Stolen away.
Cumberland with a three.
Another three. No good. We have a foul. What was the foul, Joe?
On the rebound. Guys pushing for a rebound.
That was nice defense by Alex Miller. Fouls on 42, Ben Phillips, 6'6" junior. His first, second on the Indians. Again, Stewart's inbound underneath. Rory, three-pointer. That's good.
Yes, three different players.
Yep, 9-0. Fairfield going down the other way. Puts a shot up, no good. Bogard brings it out for the Hurricane. Gets it to Cumberland. Goes Dipsy Doodle down through the lane.
He left the ground a step inside the three-point line. He went in the air, brought the ball up and down, and then back up and banked it in.
Quick 11-0 lead. It's only 5:41 to go here in the first quarter. And Wilmington's turned on the D quick. And I don't think Fairfield knows what's hit.
No, and with Fairfield, they're going on the bench right now with a whirlwind is the fact that three different players shot three-pointers and made them easily. They're expecting it from Cumberland. They might expect a little bit from Cam, but then when Rory came out and shot it as nice, as easy as pie, I think they're going like, oh my gosh.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Route 73 Homes, Charlie and Brian?
Route 73 Homes, folks. If you need a home, if you want a second home down by the lake, he's got properties available. He's got homes available. He does a heck of a business out there. He has a storage facility. He sells the outbuildings. But if you have your own land, Brian can hook you up with a great new or used double wide to put on your own property. See Brian Lawrence out there at State Route 73 Homes.
Women's coming out with full court pressure here out of timeout.
Yep. And they're trapping, but they're kind of almost waiting to trap till they get to half court. But this time they let them through. T.C. Wells gets the ball through. He's got the ball now. He's asked him to clear out. He gets it over to Thomas Kidd. Back out to Mitchell Woods. Has out toward the right wing. Wilmington playing man-to-man. They're trying to feed their big man underneath, Ben Phillips, but they haven't been able to get it to him yet. Wilmington's playing some tough D. They're battling underneath.
They had a couple big boys at Springfield, and they were able to. Ooh.
Oh, wow. No travel called.
That is not a jump stop. I'd have called that immediately. So, nothing. I'm good, but
going the other way. Cumberland misses the layup. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. Going the other way. Fairfield with the basketball. Cedric Woods has it out on top. Cedric Woods drives the right baseline, puts it up, and he is fouled by Bogard.
Dylan Bogard. Tried to come up over from behind and tap the ball, but unfortunately out of position. You're going to get called a foul on that a lot, whether you get ball or not. When you look out of position, you're going to get the call.
Yep, Cedric Woods going to the line, shooting 2.
They're asking if we got a room there for us.
Yeah, he is asking. First one's up. That's good. So Fairfield at the 4:47 mark breaks the ice, 11-1. Second one up by Woods. That's good as well, 11-2. No press or anything from Fairfield. They just back off, back into their man-to-man. Wilmington has the ball again. Bogard has it out on the right wing. Oh, he had it.
He was right open. Alex Miller going down
that got tapped.
From the wing.
Did you see it
got tapped. Yeah,
okay.
I did. And about a foot out of his hands, it got tapped underneath, and he had him wide open, and it just tipped up over his head.
Little give and go, but it just got tapped. Cumberland with a shot up on the right side.
He shot that off balance.
And we got a little cheapy foul here called on Cam Stewart.
And the referee that called it was on the opposite side of the players. The referee 8 feet away looking square in at the situation. Nothing. That's not his. I mean, he shouldn't. He's blocked out because the play was with the players had their back to that referee.
Yep. 11-2 here. Having a hard time getting the ball in, but they do get it in. T.C. Wells has the ball, dishes it over to Mitchell Woods. Out on top now with it, Thomas Kidd. Back to Mitchell Woods. He comes up to the right elbow, shoots a little shot up, and makes it 11-4. So 4 unanswered points here by Fairfield after the timeout.
Which didn't surprise me. You're not going to go on, keep on 11-0, keep going on that. You figured Fairfield's going to get settled and get a couple shots off.
Tell you, Wilmington's also almost held a couple teams scoreless first quarter this year. Hillsborough each time. Massey, I think, only scored 4 on them the first quarter. Cam Stewart, 3 ball.
Got it again. Moving it back up into double figures.
Coach Noska's pumped. He's getting out on defense with him. You see him out there?
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Passion. You gotta love the passion. Long 3-pointer.
That was a long one.
Mitchell Woods. And we got a foul on the other end.
Yep.
And that's going to be against T.C. Wells. Is that his? No, that's not his second.
And Cumberland's good. If he knows he's got a half step on a player, he's going to go right for the bucket. And the only way they can stop him is to foul him when he's got that step on him.
Yep. Mansfield coming into the game now for Chris Roy. Give him a little break. I tell you, Mansfield's had some really good games this year.
Chris will be a force again next year. He's a junior this year.
Well, Mansfield's good too, and so's Bogard. Cumberland drives the middle of the lane, gets it up good. Fairfield's coach like, how is that not a foul? But it wasn't. And
Mansfield, a sophomore, Woolery, senior.
16-7 right now, 16-7.
Wilmington this year is going to lose Cam Stewart, Nick Morris, Alex Miller, and of course, Jaron Cumberland.
Wow. Ball thrown away by Fairfield, going back to Wilmington. 16-7. Wilmington's on top here. 3:11 to go, first quarter.
He was wise not to try to get that on the other side. If you think you got it and it slips off your fingers, you know it's going to be your ball. Just let it go out of bounds and take the ball.
He did. Bogard that we're talking about. Stewart has the ball. Almost saw about looking at another 3 there.
Yeah.
Got into Cumberland.
Slips out of his hands.
Loses the ball out of bounds, going back to Fairfield.
He was shooting the ball before he got off the ground, and that slipped out of his hands a little bit that time.
Now, it looks like when Cumberland gets the ball, they're swarming to him, too. Did you notice that
Yeah,
time?
oh yeah. And they lose it.
Knocked away. Oh, Cumberland, no dunk.
No, he jumped a step too soon, or we'd have had a slam jam there.
18-7. Going back the other way.
This is what this full court pressure.
Oh, they're going to call the block on Bogard.
The Wilmington foul is called on number 32, Dylan Bogard. That's 2 on Bogard.
Will Bogard, he's going to be out for a while.
Wilmington makes a substitution.
And I think the first one, he reached in to get a jump ball. Technically had a portion of the ball, but the guy pulled it away. And the referee looking in saw that. The official with his behind is the one that called the foul, and I think Bogard took a cheap foul there.
18-7, almost had a travel there.
Almost had a throwaway.
They got the ball. Number 13, Thomas Kidd, houses it on top, gets it over to T.C. Wells, who seems to be the floor captain for the Indians. Mitchell Woods has it, driving around the right side, and he steps on the out-of-bounds line, and it's going to go back to Wilmington. I'll tell you what, Fairfield's coach is going nuts. He's going nuts on his players.
He's been going
and
nuts.
He's going nuts on the referees, too. I wouldn't be surprised to see some
on the one where the foul was against Bogard, he was going nuts, and I'm thinking, like, the foul's in your favor, but I think he was getting at his player because his player almost lost the ball there. And I think he pushed off, and I think he's worried the foul may be going against him.
18-7. Wilmington with the basketball. We're still playing man. Fairfield. 2 minutes to go.
And drives.
Oh, Stewart drives the right side, puts it off the board. It's good, and he's fouled.
Number 3, Cameron Stewart.
You know, I take it back. I have worked with these two referees here. Names didn't ring a bell, but yeah, I have worked with them.
Blake Spalding with the foul. That is Fairfield's 4th. Cam Stewart puts the bonus shot up, and it's good. 21-7. Fairfield going the other way.
They're doing a good job of moving the ball, but Wilmington's defense.
Yeah, they can't let him open, though. Mitchell Woods, that's his second 3.
Yeah, and he's 5-6 feet behind the three-point line, so he's capable of it.
They got to be aware of that. Cumberland with the ball, and he's going to get fouled. And Cumberland looked like leaned into him.
He did.
But they called it on the other team because he wasn't set, right? What do you think on that?
As an official, when he jumps into the play, if the player jumps straight up, he's allowed that position.
But he kind of jumped into it.
He jumped into the.
So you think it should have been offensive?
It should have been. It's either offensive or no call. In other words, if he didn't hit the player hard enough to knock the player off or down or anything, then you just go, well, you were stupid for jumping into him and not losing the ball.
Yeah.
So
Cumberland makes the first free throw. 22-10. Wilmington with the lead. 1:46 to go here. Second one's up, and it's good.
He gets a lot of those calls. I've seen him on here on the radio, but
you know, it's either
should be a charge or a no call.
Well, but with Cumberland, they either start calling him against him or they let him by with stuff. You know, there's no middle. It seems like with him.
Yeah.
It looks like tonight he's going to get some.
At least early.
With some help.
They change second half a lot of times.
Ball's almost turned away. The ball's on the floor. We got tackling all over. We're going to have a foul called on Fairfield. Well, there's bodies everywhere, Joe.
On the loose balls, there was a lot of grabbing of arms, I thought. Wilmington and
they called the foul.
But then when the guy dove on it, they wisely called the foul. We had that same sort of play at East Clinton last week, and the referee did not call a foul. When you dive in like a football player, that's a foul.
Okay, we have a foul on number 33, Aaron Carmack. He's a 6'7 junior, and that's his first, but the team's 6, Joe, already.
Yeah.
So one more, we're shooting 1-1.
Woolery came back in for Matt Smith, who came in for a breather relief.
Passes into Mansfield in the lane, and he loses.
He's going to get a foul.
He's frustrated because he feels like he shouldn't have lost that ball. Underneath, number 33 with a shot.
I think that's going to.
It's no good. That's Aaron Carmack, and the foul's going to be called on Woolery. And Carmack will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, he didn't know he had help behind him from Cumberland coming over, and he was getting beat. And he went back, tried to block the shot, and Cumberland was already there. He really didn't need that.
Minute 15 to go, 23-10. First shot up by Aaron Carmack is good.
Back to a 12-point lead now.
Carmack. Second one's up, and it's good. 23-12.
And these new scoreboards, if you're ahead, the score's in green. If you're behind, the score's in red.
Oh, is that the way it is?
Yep.
That's pretty neat.
If you get tied, they'll be in yellow.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Cam Stewart, right side, puts up the 3 ball. And it's good.
I'd say it's 3 out of 3, I believe. I don't think he's missed one.
And plus, he's got
He almost had a great steal right there.
plus he's got another 3-point play the other way.
That's right. He got fouled and made a 3-point the old-fashioned way.
26-12, 52.9 seconds. Cam Stewart almost come up with a steal, too, but went out of bounds right in front of the Wilmington bench.
We'd like to remind everybody tonight's game is being brought to you by Bogart Southern Barbecue.
Ben Phillips with the ball. Gets it over to Cedric Woods. He has it out on the right wing. 45 seconds go here. First quarter of play. Blake Spalding. What we got? Foul?
Now this is
A little touch foul on Mansfield.
The player is dribbling ahead of Mansfield by 2 steps. Mansfield's chasing, but he has his hand on him, which by the ruling they're stressed out to the officials here. If you keep the hand on him, keep it on him, they want the foul.
Yeah. Ball's in underneath to number 42 for Fairfield. Ben Phillips, he puts in the little turnaround jumper. 26-14, 30 seconds to go. Coach Noska is saying 1 shot. Jaron Cumberland has the ball clear out at the H at half court. And Fairfield's going to say, that's all right, you guys go ahead and take the last shot. We don't want to get down anymore.
They're setting back in the zone. They were playing man-to-man, or if you notice, they're back in the zone now.
Well, it's hard to tell because they're
I can't tell. Maybe a matchup. Yeah, they're not guarding. They just back off of them.
Cumberland going to the lane, and he gets fouled.
Yep.
He hits the ground hard, but I think he's okay.
Did that dipsy doodle again where he goes up, brings the ball down, and there's no ball there to block when the guy comes through, and the hand goes right to the face.
Fairfield foul called on number 33, Aaron Carmack. That's 2 on
Aaron Carmack picks up his second, and now so a whole second quarter we're shooting foul shots for the Hurricane. First shot's up by Cumberland. It's good.
3.4 seconds left in this one.
27-14.
Boy, this game's going. They could have another steal and another shot off before this one ends.
It's 28-14.
Matt Smith coming back in for Woolery again.
For Wilmington, number 31.
And you know, ever since credit has left the team, Matt Smith has put some good minutes.
He has. And
He's done a good job.
with 3 seconds, he doesn't want Woolery to get his second foul here. That's why he came in right there.
Right, a long shot put up, and it's nowhere near it. So, after 1 quarter of play, Wilmington 28, Fairfield 14, and wow. What you guys want to say? It's been the Cam Stewart show, hasn't it?
Oh, it has.
You know,
everybody talks Cumberland, and right now Cam Stewart is the one that's put the big lead out here.
Well, Rick, are we going to give anything away right now?
We are, and why don't
what are we giving away first?
We're going to give away some barbecue from Bogart.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
do we want to eat it now, or are we going to eat it later?
You got your phone out so you can text me?
No, I don't.
Oh man!
So anyway, now remember, it's 1 to a customer. So if you win a coupon for barbecue or a tanning package, you can't be texting back in and expecting to win another one. So Charlie's going to give you his phone number.
We're going to take the first text, the second text, the third text.
You make that call.
Let's just do the first.
All right, the first text, and you give the phone number.
You get,
this is for barbecue.
You get barbecue. Here we go, 937-218-2290. Text in. You be the first one to text in with your name and address. You will be the winner. Name and address, please. First person that texts in gets what is that, a $25 or what kind of gift certificate is that?
I think the denomination is $10.
$10 gift certificate.
You were trying.
Hey, we got a winner. It looks like Bobby Jenkins. Bobby, everything's looking good, but we need your address, okay?
And Charlie, you record.
And you can also text in Bobby that you think I'm doing a great job on the radio.
All right.
So
Bobby Jenkins is our winner of barbecue, and we'll have more stuff to give away later, folks. So hang tight. Here we go. Back out on the floor for the second quarter. Fairfield starts with a basketball, 28-14. Cedric Woods has it out on top, being guarded closely by Cam Stewart. Wilmington still man-to-man. Shots put up, no good. And we had some pushing off. We have foul there. We got block. Now, I believe the bucket was good, or?
No, they're saying 2.
Okay.
Count the bucket from Fairfield.
Oh, now they're counting it. Because at first he said 2 shots.
That's what I thought.
For Wilmington's number
Fouls on Mansfield. He picks up a second foul really quick
I
here.
think they're double checking on the basket. They're all 3 getting together.
Wilmington is number 44.
I think they're going to take the basket away and give him 2 shots. Or it's on the floor. Now he's pointing down.
Well, the referees are having a meeting here, and we're not sure. I don't know if they know what they're doing right now. One shot. I think they got it right. 28-16.
But this official, when they said back to counts, he looked surprised, and that's when he went in and goes, "Whoa! I didn't know it went in or something." And then
Joe,
twice.
Let's see. We got Mitchell Woods back in. Going to the line here is Ben Phillips to shoot the bonus. And it's up and good. 28-17.
They've done well on their foul shots. Ooh, Cam almost wasn't prepared for that pass.
28-17. Now we are playing a little zone, it looks like. A 1-2-2.
Woolery lost the pass inside.
Cumberland threw it in there, and Woolery just couldn't hold on to it. So turnover.
Well, again, I think
could
there's
help
going through a lot of hands, and you sort of lose sight of the ball there. When he loses it, picks it back. It bounced off a player right back to him.
Wilmington comes out with it.
Shade around to us.
Shot was up by T.C. Wells. He missed it, and Wilmington ended up with it.
Woods could have got a foul there, but they didn't call it.
Cumberland left wide open for 3. No good. Rebounded underneath. Goes to Woolery, but we have the foul on the floor first. Now, which way are they going to call that? Oh, they called it against Wilmington. Alex Miller. Push from behind, right?
The team 7.
So now they're in the 1-1. 6:54 to go. Second quarter. Wilmington's up 28-17.
There were just a bunch of guys underneath the middle there in a ball. I didn't even see Alex when it went down. All I saw was Cam.
Substitution for the Indians, number 21, James Mitchell in the game. He replaces number 23, Cedric Woods.
Mitchell into the game for Woods on the Fairfield side. Mitchell Woods is at the line, though, shooting 1 and 1.
What if they're
the
brothers, cousins, or no relation?
28-18. They've cut it to 10, Joe. Chance to cut it to single figures here.
And it is. First time for a while they've been in single figures.
Wilmington has the ball. Cumberland has it. He just crosses half court with it. Gets it over to Bogard. They're playing a little zone now, like we were last time down. Cam Stewart puts up another 3.
Off the back of the rim.
Rebounded by Alex Miller. He gets it out to Cumberland. Bogard from the foul line shoots a shot up. No good. And Fairfield's going to come out with it. No!
Miller stole it.
Miller steals it right back. So Wilmington retains possession. Long three-pointer, Cumberland. No good. It's off the mark. Rebounded by T.C. Wells. And we're going back the other way. Fairfield's making a little run here. 28-19. Shot put up by number 5, Mitchell Woods.
They'll call foul Woolery on the rebound.
Woolery with a push from behind.
Push from behind.
On T.C. Wells. That's Woolery's second.
The team's 8. A substitution for Wilmington. It's number 43, Jeffrey Mansfield.
Yeah,
Mansfield comes back in the game with 2.
Well, you don't want Woolery to get his 3rd foul. He may be out the rest of this quarter. I'm not sure, depending how things go.
First shot up is good by T.C. Wells. 28-20. Joe, they're making it a little interesting here.
Yeah.
The zone, for some reason, is kind of thrown to Kane here a little bit.
Yeah, they can't quickly.
28-21.
They were making some money driving the bucket, getting a foul called, or getting an easy bucket, and the 1-2-2 zone, or I'm not sure exactly. It looks like they're playing a little almost zone man. I'm not sure.
Wilmington with the basketball. Showing a lot of patience, just working around the outside. Bogart over to Cam Stewart. Cumberland drive, shoots from the right elbow.
Fouled and make the bucket.
He gets fouled. He's going to go to the line.
Fairfield's number 42, Ben Phillips, is second.
Ben Phillips is
They've
second.
got a couple guys with 2 fouls.
Number 34, Jared Cumberland.
30-21. Wilmington on top. Cumberland to go line, shoot the bonus. It's up and it's good.
Good. Went back to a 10-point double-figure lead.
Will be stolen. Cam Stewart steals a bad pass over to
And back up
Mansfield.
to 12.
33-21. Wilmington has a trap set. They're starting to turn up the defense right now. Close to a 10-second call. Over to T.C. Wells, who puts up the 3 ball, and it's good.
Back to 9.
We got a timeout.
And there's a timeout call from the
Back when I played,
Fairfield.
9 point was my borderline of feeling pressured by the other team or not feeling pressured. I felt very relaxed when it was 9 points or more.
Fairfield's one called timeout, though. It wasn't Wilmington.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Hey, just a reminder, our
Probably
game,
need rest.
yeah, our tournament game tonight is being brought to you by Wilmington Savings Bank. Wilmington Savings Bank, founded in 1890, they've been committed to serving and supporting the Wilmington community for more than a century. The goal has always been to be a resource to the people of Wilmington, Ohio, and we thank them for helping bring Hurricane Tournament basketball.
Yeah, I really think teams that play Wilmington, because they full court press, they go up and down the floor so fast, I think they schedule in these timeouts so far into the quarter just to give their players a little rest.
It's scary. You missed a great quality dancers down here in front of us during that. They're getting into it. 33-24, Wilmington with the basketball. 4:50 to go here, second quarter. Mansfield tries his shot.
Ooh, in and out. He had
in
it.
and out, no good. But Wilmington comes down with the rebound. Mansfield hits it.
Oh!
Cumberland slammed.
And the ball was coming off. Cumberland came out full grow out of nowhere, grabbed it just off the rim and shoved it right back through. Then it had to hang for a few seconds.
Everybody's on their feet. Everybody's on their feet for that one.
Wilmington back up by 11.
Tell you, number 5 shoots up 3, no good. Misses everything. Goes out of bounds, so it'll be Wilmington ball. 35-24. 4:18. Yep. 4:18 to go. You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Wilmington's only voice for Wilmington High School and Wilmington College basketball.
Right now.
Bogard with the basketball. Again, we got 1-2-2 being played by Fairfield. Ball pass into Miller. He shoots up
Tries
the
to bank it.
shot. No good.
Knocks it loose for a second, but
Rebounded by number 5, Mitchell Woods. He's a good ball player for Fairfield.
yes, he is.
He's a good shot. He's definitely their team leader, I'd say.
He's their best ball handler. He's their best shot.
Driving the lane. Number 23, Cedric Woods, has to dish it back out, though. Didn't like what he saw.
Wilmington's liking this. As long as it takes a team a minute to pass the ball around, roll around, just keeps the clock ticks away in their behalf.
Yep, James Mitchell was
A little pushy with his shoulder. He was leading with his shoulder all the way down the line.
No call, though, Joe.
No call.
35-26.
He had a guy out front will go like this with his little
and they call a foul.
finger. They're going to call a foul.
Oh, was it knocked out?
No.
No.
He threw it to Cumberland, but he threw it out, and Cumberland thought he was throwing to somebody behind him, so he pulled his arm back, and there was nobody there. Little miscommunication.
35-26.
Which is why a bounce pass would have been the perfect pass to do there.
9-point lead. Fairfield with the basketball. Oh,
That should be a charge.
contact. Did they call a charge? They called a
Should be.
ball.
Oh my God, they're not calling that a charge. Cumberland was solidly in the paint. the guy came in and just put his knee into his gut and knocked him straight backwards, and the referee looked down and shook his head, said, no, I'm calling that a block. And I tell you what,
that was awful.
If this was a state game and they're reviewing that, because we get those videos and they literally tell you that was missed. I can tell you right now that was blatantly missed. And I probably missed a call like that myself.
Yeah.
But that was missed.
35-26, Cumberland draws his first foul at the 2:50 mark here in the second quarter, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes he can get in trouble early. Going to the line is Ben Phillips. First one's up. Bonus is first one's up.
Substitution for Fairfield, it's number
35-27.
He replaces number 3, T.C. Wells.
Drew O'Donnell into the game. T.C. Wells, they're giving him a break. Fairfield's hanging around here, Coach. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think when the referee made that call, I think he looked around and, I don't think he even knew what he was going to call for about 2 or 3 seconds.
35-28, Cumberland going back their way. It's the Mansfield. Back out to Cumberland. Three-pointer. No good. And they're going to call the foul on Alex Miller.
The Hurricane foul is called on number 10, Alex Miller. His second. That's
his second also. And you just keep putting Fairfield on the line. They're pretty good foul shooters.
Yeah, they are very good foul shooters.
It's number 5, Mitchell Woods.
This is Mitchell Woods. I don't know that they have. Mitchell Woods going to the line to make it a 5-point game. First one's up and good.
I'm getting ready to say, if they keep making it, eventually the odds are going to go. They're going to finally miss one.
35-29. Fairfield's making a nice comeback here in the second quarter. 35-30. We got us a ball game here, folks. 2:36 to go, first half. Wilmington with the basketball. Cam Stewart has it out on the left side, gets it to Bogard. Back over to Mansfield. Again, they're just kind of working the ball around the outside.
Noska's yelling something to him. Let's see. I think he's trying to get Cumberland on down lower.
Stewart just drives Miller away, no good. We're going to have over the back here, I think, on 42, Ben Phillips.
Yeah, push from behind.
That kind of looked more like over the back to me.
I'll show you, if I can get my rule book, I'll show you. There is no call for over the back.
We've been actually saying that all year.
9 on the team. Substitution for the Indians, it's number 33, Aaron.
Hey, that's Phillips' third foul, the 6'6" junior.
That's big for them.
It's number 3.
Going to the line, Cam Stewart, shoot 2. First one's up. It's 1-1.
It was 1-1, and he rolled off, missed it. This guy carries the ball a little bit. They're not calling it.
Shot, put up, three-pointer.
He puts his hands up.
Cedric Woods,
they're back
35-33. Wilmington is on just top by 2 right now.
And a steal.
Going away
It'll be a
by
tie
Cedric
game.
Woods. No good. And Fairfield knocks the ball out of bounds. So it's going to go back to the Hurricane.
I was getting ready to say you're going to see the score go yellow here in a second, but luckily for Wilmington, they missed the layup.
35-33. Stewart with the basketball, gets it back over to Bogard. Fairfield's alive, nice pass underneath.
Bogard, that nice easy layup, yes. Back to 4.
37.
Bogard steals it. Goes up. Does a good job of controlling the body as the guy came into him to block it. Oh, that was a foul there. As Bogart went up, the guy went to block it. He put the ball back here. The guy goes back to block it and gets body contact and made the foul.
Yep, 37-33.
This could be a backbreaker on team when you come back that far, and if Wilmington's able to now push the lead back up a little bit before half.
No good on the first one.
The other team I don't think's missed a foul shot, and we're having trouble putting one in.
Bogart for the second one.
Here comes Woolery back in.
That's good. 38-33. Miller coming out. Rory coming back in.
So if Wilmington can make a defensive hold, can't get the rebound and go back and score off of that and make the
get back up 9 or 10. That'll be a big difference.
Then I think the other team, that puts it. You start feeling it of the other team when we are back within 2. Now we're 9 down. It does. It plays on their mind big.
Going back the other way.
Putting the pressure
Tell you
on.
what, this Cedric Woods has been a little spark plug for Fairfield since he's been in the game. He started, but he's been in and out.
Watch him handle the ball. Look, he rolls it under his hand a lot of times, and he should get a little bit of a call there at times, but he doesn't. Oh, Cumberland's.
Oh, now who are they going to call the
They're
foul?
calling.
Oh.
He pointed down. He pointed down on the floor and then turned around and pointed to Cumberland.
They called it against the Fairfield guy.
Okay. I was going to say he pointed down, but then when he pointed at Cumberland, he was pointing at the shooter. Foul's on you on the floor. You're my shooter.
Yeah.
And then when he pointed at Cumberland, the Fairfield fans, which they were right in front of him, thought he was pointing at Cumberland for the foul. He's pointing at Cumberland saying, "You're my shooter."
Mitchell Woods with the foul. Cumberland going to the line. We have 1 minute, 1 second to go here in the first half. 38-33. First one's up, and it's good. That's kind of what you're talking about. Right. When we get back up 9 or 10,
we're back to 6 right now.
They need a stop.
Putting Alex Miller back in here after this foul shot. Wilmington's back to a 7-point lead after being tied, and the guy driving on the game-tying layup and missed. That's going to be a big difference in this team. You start feeling more tired.
40-33, and we got the trap going, and he's trapped, that's for sure. And but they get rid of it. Stolen though.
I was going to say that's the kind of guy you want the ball. He's not a regular dribbler, and he's trying to dribble the ball down.
Cumberland with the ball. It's out to Miller, three-pointer.
Did we call it technical?
What did they call?
No.
Called out of bounds. Out of bounds on Cumberland.
He was pointing down. When he blew the whistle and there was nothing, the ball's on the other side of the court. Yeah. Like, what did he call?
Cumberland must have stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. He started pointing down, and evidently his whistle didn't go off, and then when the whistle over, he blew it again.
It's hard to hear the whistle in here. I tell you, us with these headphones, all makes it that much harder. 40-33. Woods has the ball, and he's trapped. All right down there close. He takes it all the way, though, ditches it off.
Wilmington again making use
time.
Ball,
27 seconds.
Now they may be saying we're going to take one more shot, but Wilmington, with a 7-point lead, you're willing to let the other team take the last shot here.
Cedric Woods has the ball way out on top. He starts driving to the hole, puts up a little floater, no good, but it's rebounded by
6.
Aaron Carmack, and he puts it up.
3,
it's good.
2, 1.
Cumberland, three-pointer.
Off the back of the rim.
40-35.
Well, they get a little breath of fresh air after what we talked about by coming back and making that rebound and putting it back in and making it back to 5.
Wilmington will start with possession, too, it looks like, in the second half.
So if Wilmington come out the second half with possession and get a quick lead, that can make a difference.
All right, so we've got Troy Deals, our athletic director of Wilmington. You're going to interview him? Are you going to talk to him? You talk to him.
Troy, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you? It's quite a first half.
Oh, I know. Wilmington got out, but Fairfield back in the game here a little bit.
That 11-0 run to start might be huge for us down the line.
Well, obviously the big story of the day with the SCOL. You got any insight on this for us?
How long do you have?
Sure, we got about 9:25. We can just let you roll with it.
Well, it was Wednesday. Mr. Sexton had sent an email and said that he had been invited to lunch with East Clinton and thought that maybe they had something in the works to, that they were going to be fine in the league or something like that. And, we were going to be happy for him and then kind of see what the next step was going to be. And I got an email from him a short time after, and all he said was, "Wow, you're never going to believe this."
So you guys didn't know about it until Wednesday?
Correct.
Wow, okay.
So I was kind of waiting around. We finally had a phone call then, and kind of shared that the schools have, they wanted to band together and leave the SCOL. leave Clinton, Massey, and Wilmington out of it. And apparently they did want East Clinton to be involved in it, but East Clinton said if we're going to do it this way, we don't want to be a part of it. So then that left the 3 Clinton County schools kind of hanging out there.
And they're actually the SCOL still, right? Because the other teams are actually.
Yeah. And as we sit here today, I think that we still have, the SCOL is still intact. There's maybe, a shred of hope that we might be able to keep things together, but there's been some things that are put out there that's going to make it difficult.
But do you think this might actually be beneficial more for Wilmington? Because, let's face it, in basketball, you've been kind of running over people, and would it help you guys state-wise? Would it help you more playing other teams that you might see in the tournament, too?
Right. We try and have, if we take basketball, for example, play our non-conference as tough as could be. Try and find as many Division I top-flight teams as we can. Because our non-league, our league games, don't prepare us as much as probably what they should. So, could it be a blessing in disguise for us? I think so. I think so, and that's kind of the attitude we're taking right now is trying to stay positive with it and see what's out there. It's kind of premature yet because this has been 2 days, but just kind of seeing what's out there for us, and hopefully we find a spot to land because the last thing we want to do is be an independent.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's no fun. Greenfield, where I teach at, was an independent for years. That is no fun because I remember it was before I started teaching there, but they always had to play all these Columbus schools. Now, on behalf of the other teams, I teach at Greenfield, and one of the things they were saying is positive about it is more people in the Southeast District will be able to see their players play. And I just wonder if that wouldn't be the same way for you also, because I wonder if you have any players that in all your sports that maybe should have got district recognition, but other teams don't see them play.
Right, and I don't know if we'll ever fix that because a lot of our voting goes down to Cincinnati, and I don't know if there's a Cincinnati league that's going to be a good fit for us. So we're going to run into that just because of our geography and where we're located. It's going to be tough, voting-wise. But our kids do well enough, I think, in our voting.
Well, that just matters a valid point that they get to see the others do that. Yeah, I think it's a shame. I was kind of hoping that we were going to have a big expansion and maybe have a big school, small school division, but
that's kind of what we all thought, and kind of waiting. There was a March 7th vote to see what was going to happen and how things were going to shake out with that, but unfortunately we didn't make it to that vote. So
now, I'm not privy to those meetings, but have you already started looking too for other conferences, or was this? I know it's a shock that they did it this way, but because I'll be honest, I talked to one of the assistant football coaches in the fall, but no, it was during basketball season, and he said they were looking at maybe trying to go out to a different conference. He thought it might help them, especially football playoff-wise.
We really had no intention of looking elsewhere, and that was kind of our focus. We started hearing things much like you did, though, about, hey, this school's looking this way, and then that things could potentially fall apart. We didn't have any idea like this, but maybe that East Clinton would find something and other schools would look someplace else. So, we just had preliminary discussions in Ron's office. That's as far as we got with it. There was nothing where we put out feelers to any conference or anything else like that. Now, the last 2 days, that's different.
Oh, well, obviously.
We've been burning up the phone lines the last 2 days.
Well, what about the possible leagues, for instance, that maybe Wilmington, they were looking at leagues before they decided on joining the SCOL? Obviously, a couple years back, before they actually came into the SCOL, were there specific leagues that they were looking at then that you're aware of?
I'm not aware of it, and that would have before my time, so
and
I'm not quite sure.
The Catholic League is out, is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, I don't know what a good fit's going to be. Just kind of looking at some things, and others leagues may be forced to do what we were trying to do in the SCOL, and that's go to 2 divisions, a big and a small, or geographical, or something like that. So, we're getting out there and trying to see, who would be willing to take us.
You think it would be beneficial, like if you and Massey tried to go to the same league?
Yeah,
2 of you as opposed to 1.
Package deal.
Right, and honestly what we're doing, we're all 3 of us kind of trying to stick together and do some things, but understanding that, we got to look out for ourselves as well, and everybody understands that in the room, and we had really good discussions on Thursday of this week with all the superintendents and ADs from the Clinton County schools, and feel like, we're headed in the right direction for right now, but it was a shot. It definitely was. We weren't expecting something like that to come rolling out.
And I'm a band director, so I don't know this, but isn't it kind of a thing too when you do something like this? Don't you usually give, instead of 1 year notice, at least 2 years notice?
Yeah, and a lot of those things still need to be, I think, discussed and worked out. Again, we haven't even sat down. We have a Board of Control coming up March 7th, and that's where some of those things I think will be discussed. And it's probably a little bit early to talk about timing and stuff like that. So, and I think we all look at basketball, football, but I look at all the sports, and the SCOL was really a good league for our soccer teams, our volleyball teams, and for middle school, for travel. You can't beat it. And so we're fortunate to have that situation, if only for 1 more year.
Because you're probably going to lose some gates, because you're not going to be playing a lot of these local teams.
Well, I think the SCOL, the teams that are leaving, are going to be the ones that probably have the biggest gate loss.
I don't know, because they're still local. The only one that's really out of the league right now is Jackson. If they go, that's a trip.
Yeah. It's SCOL schools. They typically travel well, and we've been a beneficiary of that. And everybody knows that Wilmington's going to travel well.
Right.
So that may be a plus for us looking into a new league.
Oh, definitely. I think so.
So would you be inclined to think that if there's a decision made that Wilmington, rather than going towards Dayton, would go more towards Cincinnati? Just a natural.
I honestly don't know what's open there for us that would be a good fit for us. 1, travel, 2, school size. I'm not sure. I mean, again, things are very preliminary with looking at different leagues and what's a good fit, geographically, competitively, and size as well.
Now, who actually ultimately will make the decision in that type of a situation? I mean, is this something that you're putting the feelers out as the AD, or
we'll have discussions? Ron and Mindy and I will all have discussions about it. We've had many discussions about it, and ultimately it'll probably fall on me to get those feelers out there to see what's going on. But it's all 3 of us. It's going to be our call together, and we'll find a right place for us. I'm confident in that.
That's the only thing that worries me a little bit about just if they do it this quick. Because sometimes it takes a couple of years to get. Because really, most people don't realize this, but how far out in advance do you schedule?
Typically 2 years.
Yeah.
Typically 2 years, and next year's is definitely on the books, and after that, who knows at this point? But typically 2 years you schedule out. So
that's why people don't realize that. I think
Yep.
There's a lot of planning that goes into your job and trying to get the right venues. We were talking earlier how the only advantage we thought Fairfield might have is they've played in this venue
3 times this year.
Greenfield, Rick Van Meter is a legend there. If you don't know who he is, you need to find out. He's something else. But anyhow, he always made sure he scheduled games at the tournament sites. And I'm sure you're going to do the same thing, and you will do the same thing. Just helps out your team.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you think here second half?
Well, I was going to ask you guys. You guys usually have the idea of what's going to happen here. I was feeling good in the beginning, and now my stomach starts turning again. So
I think the Hurricane will turn it on in the second half.
We're due for a run here, so hopefully we'll see a run. And we got to stay out of foul trouble, but they got to stop calling us so close too.
And both teams are in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Not just us.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. Troy Deals, the athletic director at Wilmington. So we'll see what happens in the future as far as the SCOL.
We're back here at third quarter of play, 40-35. Wilmington now is going left to right on your radio dial in their white uniforms, and Fairfield's going right to left. Wilmington has the ball. Cumberland shoots from the right wing, and it's good. 42-35. Wilmington still doing their trial. Well, no, they're just backing off just man-to-man down the court there. Fairfield with the basketball. Moving the ball around the outside. Got inside. Oh, nice move.
Miller outplayed himself and lost balance and fell down.
Nice move by Ben Phillips. Now
And they steal the ball.
We got a steal by Fairfield. It's quick Cedric Woods.
A real nonchalant pass, and they tipped it and got the errant pass.
42-37. T.C. Wells with the ball. He gets it back over to Cedric Woods. Cedric Woods back to T.C. Wells.
A little forearm to the left on Cam.
Wide open three.
Well, overshoots.
That's good.
Oh my God.
Cedric Woods.
That ball looked like it was going to miss the whole rim and just nicked it and bounced it up off the glass and in.
Tell you, Fairfield's believing right now, and that's not good. Wilmington needs to put the heat on. Cumberland, three-pointer, no good. And it's rebounded by Fairfield.
One trouble with Cumberland shoots, he's not in there to rebound. And
going down the other way. Fairfield could take its first lead of the game with a three. Get the ball underneath. Ball was almost stolen. T.C. Wells, three-pointer, and he puts Fairfield in the lead by 1 point. 43-42. Cam Stewart has the ball, gets it over to Bogard, to Cumberland, back to Stewart.
I think Wilmington needs to again start driving in on them.
Oh, had a reach, but no foul call.
Yeah. Get the bucket. Get the foul.
Miller,
when they drive, that's where they're going to get some fouls. Standing outside shooting threes over them, they're not going to get any calls.
Alex Miller got the bucket underneath, 44-43. Three-pointer put up again by Fairfield, no good. No fouls called. Now we have a late foul.
Going to go against, I think, Alex Miller, I think. Let's see.
Oh, the ball's going to get taken out of bounds. It's not a shooting foul.
No, it's going against
Mansfield with a foul, and that's his third.
First on the Hurricanes. Substitutions on both sides for Fairfield.
Wilmington up, 44-43, folks. We're glad you're listening. We got us a barn burner here.
Which early on looked like it could be a runaway for Wilmington. Got ahead 11-0. Later got it up to 14 and got it down, then back up, and then now Fairfield's gotten back in the game.
I'll tell you what, this Cedric Woods who has the ball now and Mitchell Woods are two really good players for Fairfield. They've been kind of running the show. Nice little floater.
Oh, there's push from behind, as you would call it, over the back.
Floater put up there by Thomas Kidd, no good.
Aaron Carmack, that's 3 on Carmack.
Aaron Carmack with his third foul. 44-43.
Looks like to go wide with him for a while. Nobody's getting up off the bench, but they still have 42 out of the game with 3 fouls.
Bogard has it at the free throw line, puts the shot up, no good. Rebounded by Woods. He gets it to T.C. Wells. Back to Woods, looking at the three from the side. No rebound by Wilmington.
No box out there. But this,
got a foul there, though.
Yeah,
shot was put up by Kidd again. He missed. And we got another foul, and that's going to be on Carmack, and that's going to be his. That's his fourth.
That's 4.
That's big.
That's big. That's one of their big rebounders.
Yep.
Number 21, James Mitchell in the game, replacing number 33.
He's not too much of a scorer, but he is. If he gets the ball underneath, he can put it back underneath.
He's a wide body.
Yeah, wide body.
He punishes you a little bit. 44-43. Wilmington with the basketball, up 1.
The boy that came into, I don't know if the boy came in. I don't know him, but he's not as tall and as wide as the one that went out.
Right.
So.
Cam Stewart has that on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Cumberland. Got a foul away from the ball, and Cumberland hit the three.
They set up again, giving his dad credit. Dylan set up a nice screen, and the guy fought through it and threw him to the ground. And whistle went, then the shot, and the bucket was made, but the whistle was already off.
Rory, three-pointer from the other side.
Nothing lost. Rory comes up with a 3.
James Mitchell with a foul there for Fairfield.
Back with a 4-point lead with 4:12 to go in the quarter.
Cedric Woods with the ball. He's a good little ball player, folks. He's a senior.
I'd be interested to find out if the Woods boys are related.
Yep.
Nice block by Miller.
Stewart.
3 on 1. And then Tyler. And in. Wilmington back up by 6. Now this is what Wilmington needs, again, to be the backbreaker. If they can, after the other team gets the lead, if Wilmington can get back up to
10, 12,
that can weigh heavy on a team.
James Mitchell with the ball. He gets it over to Kidd. Back out Mitchell on the left wing.
It's underneath.
23, long three-pointer, no good. Bogard gets the long rebound.
Another 3 by 1.
Putting the other way. Oh, shot's no good. And they're going to call a foul on Cumberland over the back, push from behind.
Yeah, he jumped up on the back.
That's only his second.
He knocked the ball out.
49-43.
Foul there, though.
Noska's wanting to get his troops up closer to the action here. I tell you, this 23, Cedric Woods, is a good ball player.
He's a good ball handler. He is.
He's a pretty decent shooter. He's a good all-around ball player. Working around the left side.
Woods here.
Yep. Cedric Woods has the ball, shoots it from about the right elbow. No good. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Fairfield.
Yeah, that's a good call. We got, was it Mitchell Woods and Cedric Woods?
Yeah, Mitchell Woods is a real good shooter, and Cedric is a very good ball handler, all-around ball player. Mansfield back into the game with 3 fouls.
They're trying to, I think basically they're protecting Rory. They want to go into the fourth.
Ball's thrown in.
They want to go into the fourth quarter.
Oh, no over and back there, Coach?
No. He's on a throw-in from out of bounds. He's allowed that.
Yeah, but it looked like he might have caught it.
He's still got a stride. He's all right.
Okay.
Unless he comes down solid possession on the ground.
Shots put up, no good. Bogard with the rebound, but he throws it away. He was losing his balance, going out of bounds.
As he threw it
going the other way. He doesn't need to pick up his third though here.
No, but 21's trying to shoot over Cumberland, and he's the one that came in, and that wasn't happening.
Fairfield has the basketball. Driving the lane, 23, Woods, no good. Rebounded by Miller.
What?
I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't know. It can't be a word. It's got to be a technical. I don't know what's going on.
They're talking to
telling the assistant coach. The assistant coach is standing. He's not allowed to stand. And so they're telling the assistant coach, only the head coach may stand. And when I after I do the whistle, I look back, only one coach. But they're warning. I've never seen a warning go on there. It's I've never seen them stop the play. Stopped Wilmington bringing the ball down the court to warn the
I thought we were going to call a foul over there. Timeout. Fairfield.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying you don't warn the other team. Coach, you can't stand up. But when Wilmington's coming back on the floor in a fast break, he blows the whistle and just warns the other team.
Yep. That's crazy, isn't it? You want to give something else away?
Let's give away first a tanning package from Town & Country Salon, and then the second text will be for Bogart's Barbecue.
So we got the first 2 texts. First one's a tan, the second one's a Bogart's. Right now, 937-218-2290.
And just a reminder, our game tonight is being brought to you by Route 73 Homes, Brian
I gotta find my
Lawrence.
glasses again.
Right there at 4629 State Route 73 South.
Who's that from?
Give Brian a call, 937-725-6213.
Oh, Bobby Jenkins, by the way, who called a while ago, was a very good, or at least decent volleyball player at East Clinton. No, I said
first one's a tanning session. First one's a tanning session. Here we go.
She wants basketball.
Jacqueline Ford's in again for the tanning. Now we're looking for Bogart's Barbecue. Jacqueline Ford is going to get some tanning sessions.
I always told her daughter one of these days that
Bogart's Barbecue is up. We need somebody to text in for Bogart's Barbecue.
Bogart's, I'll text him.
You don't even have your phone.
I got to find my phone. It's in my jacket.
All right, here we go. Wilmington with the basketball, 49-43. Still plays that three-pointer. Stewart, no good. Was rebounded by Cumberland. Get it over to Bogart. You're still looking for a Bogart's Barbecue winner. You want some free rubs.
Okay, good foul.
Foul on number 21.
They're going to get the NBA foul shot there, though.
Fouls on James Mitchell, his second.
Again, just like I said earlier, driving the basket. That's where we got the foul. That's what Wilmington needs to do a little bit more.
We still need another text for Bogart's Barbecue. Wilmington with basketball, up 6, minute 39 to go here, third quarter. Bogart has the ball. He gets it over to Stewart on the right side. Cumberland three-pointer. It's too strong, and it's rebounded by Woods.
Mitchell Woods.
He's taking up court for Fairfield. Hey, we got another winner. Our same winners from the other night. That's the only thing. Brian Sweetman, you're going to get you some barbecue now, bro.
He's dedicated.
Appreciate you listening out there.
That was a bad shot there. Number 13 for Fairfield. Thomas Kidd.
Wilmington going back the other way, and Cumberland gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. 1 minute left to go in the fourth quarter.
When teasing someone that misses, you call him shooting a brick. So I would definitely call that last shot by Thomas Kidd a brick for Fairfield.
34, Jared Cumberland.
So we got our winners. First shot up by Cumberland. No good.
If Wilmington gets in trouble, it's going to come down to the other team hitting their foul shots and Wilmington not hitting their foul shots.
Thomas Kidd.
Second one's up, but Cumberland no good.
Good.
Foul shooting's killing him right now.
Stolen by Cam Stewart.
Cedric Wood
And
goes
thrown away.
He throws it away.
Ball goes to the Hurricanes.
See the ball to Blake Spalding, and he wasn't prepared for the speed the ball was coming. 54.4 left to go in the third quarter. Wilmington's up by 6.
49-43.
By the way, Bobby Jenkins, when you tell East Clinton to build a statue for me, I'll applaud you for playing great sports there at East Clinton.
Wilmington look like they're going to settle for the last shot, and Fairfield's going to let them. Bogart has the ball clear out by the H. Fairfield sitting back in their zone, and we're just all standing around looking at each other like we're all cute or something.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
While they're delaying, I'll remind everybody that Wilmington High School boys got beat out yesterday in the district sectionals. Our second year to go bowling. Our district bowling sectionals, and second year in a row we made it that far. So proud of the Wilmington boys bowling team. 10 seconds to go. Cumberland's got the ball near the top of the key and loses it. Dribbled between his legs. I think they're going to call a foul on
Cumberland.
Is it Cumberland?
On a reach on Cumberland.
I thought it was going to call him.
That's his third.
That's 3 on Cumberland. 3 on the team.
Going to give him a break now. You don't want him picking up one at 4.6 left in this quarter. You didn't want him to pick up one there.
Thomas Kidd.
He was taking his time trying to dribble between his legs and lost the ball.
Yep, T.C. Wells kind of took care of him there. On the other way, shots put up, no good at the buzzer. So Wilmington is still ahead 6.
Cumberland's going back in.
Your score, Wilmington 49, Fairfield 43.
49-43. Wilmington's on top.
Did we ever get that
Yes.
barbecue given
Yeah,
away?
Brian Sweetman won the barbecue tonight. Jacqueline Ford won the tanning.
I think Jacqueline's won some...
She won last night, so Sweetman. We got 3 listeners out there. Bobby Jenkins. Hey, folks, if you're listening like from out of state or out of the country or real far away,
out of the country?
text. They could listen out of the country. This is called the World
Yeah,
Wide
someone
Web.
like in South Carolina could call
That's
in.
out of the country?
And then send it back, send the coupon back to me if they wanted to. You know.
937-218-2290. Just tell us where you're listening from. We would be curious to know.
Yeah, well, Jacqueline's right down there in the audience.
Well, let's see. Let's see who could. We found the closest. Let's see if we can find now the farthest away that's listening to the broadcast. If you're outside of Clinton County, Texas, if you're outside Ohio, Texas.
Oh, one of the...
Oh, you keep saying Texas.
I want to...
Maybe text us.
Okay. Right. Hey, we want to
Not the right
remind
state of
everybody
Texas.
a new feature to the Wilmington, to our campus nation site is we're going to be opening forums up here very shortly, and there'll be forums on all kinds of sports activities. Your chance to be able to actually let us know what you're thinking on our
Okay,
forums.
here we go. Last quarter play.
Wilmington 6-point lead going
Fairfield
into the
with
last
the ball.
quarter. Cam Stewart
Almost
almost
steals
holds
it.
the ball.
49-43. Woods has it. Gets it over to Mitchell Woods. Woods. Oh, nice pass underneath. Ben Phillips.
2 went for the steal. Neither one of them got it, and Phillips gets it standing underneath the basket all alone.
49-45. Fairfield's keeping it close. They're good ball clubs. Hard to believe they're only 10-10 in the regular season.
They could have been playing some tough teams.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they
And
were.
a lot of times teams do get peak at the right time, and they could have been one of those teams that's just not peaking good.
Well, and they're a senior-laden team. 49-45. Wilmington with the basketball. Stewart drives, passes it back out to Bogard. Back to Stewart. Mansfield thought about going to the left baseline. Nothing open there.
I think trying to drive is a good thing.
Bogard down
Didn't get the foul he wanted, but he got the nice hand shot.
51-45. And this Cedric Woods, a good little ball player, gets it out to T.C. Wells, three-pointer. No good. Bogard comes out of it. Mansfield has the ball now.
Mansfield dribbled a little more than I wanted Mansfield to dribble right there, but he luckily came out.
He did a good job.
He did all right.
Bogard with the basketball. Passes over.
Again, dribble all the way around the rim and
Alex
out.
Miller, no good. Woods from the corner. Three-pointer.
Three-point game. There's a timeout called.
51-48.
There's a timeout called by Fairfield. It's a third.
Again, Fairfield makes a bucket. They called the timeout.
The Fairfield rowdies are getting going down there. I will say this, the student section for Fairfield is a little more in it and up than the Wilmington section.
Wilmington's got more fans here, but their cheering section standing and never sat down, and our cheering section is got two people standing.
51-48. Hurricane lead. 6:14 to go here, fourth quarter.
Wilmington has been behind at one time in the game, like 1 point.
Paul Fear is listening from Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
All right.
You need a barbecue, you should have called in, Paul. We've had all kinds of time where you could have texted in, brother.
Let's see who else can be farther away than Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Here comes Marty
Thanks,
Bogard.
Paul, for
He can
listening.
pull down the floor.
Marty Bogard.
Oh, here I go.
Dylan
Bogard.
Sorry, Marty. Sorry, Dylan.
I tell Marty I'm going to have him in the game every now and then.
All right, Jaron Cumberland with the basketball. Shoots the three, and it's good.
It didn't hit net till it hit the bottom of the net.
NBA three. 54-48. Fairfield with the basketball. Shot from the corner. Nice shot. Mitchell Woods. He's got a great shot.
Boy, Wilmington threw it, hit off Dylan Bogard's shoulder and almost went out, but Cumberland was able to go over and save it.
54-50. Bogard has the ball way out near the H here at Hamilton High School. Big Blue. Wilmington only up by 4. Unusual position here. But they've played some close games this season too.
Yeah, they've played some big teams and been some close games, so it's not like they've never been in this position before.
Right. Cumberland thought about the three, drives the hole, and he gets fouled.
It was a good
block.
No.
I'll tell you what, the Fairfield fans are on their feet. They are ticked.
To be a charge, you have to go across the torso. He caught the shoulder of the other guy, which usually when you catch the shoulder, the guy leans a little to the right to get that, because Cumberland was going around him. He leans over a little bit, catches the shoulder. You're not going to get a charge hitting someone on the shoulder.
I wasn't going nuts. They were going nuts.
Yeah, I know
Tell
that.
them they were okay. All right.
They did. I was explaining it.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
So if you guys at Fairfield were listening, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah.
54-50, get the ball into Cumberland underneath the basket.
Easy bucket.
56-50.
Literally, they were holding him to keep him out, and he busted through and got the basket.
T.C. Wells gets the ball in to Cedric Woods. He's being guarded by Bogard. Cam Stewart tries to come up and help, but I tell you, he is fast.
Oh,
nice dish underneath.
He drove the bucket, and when Miller came over to help, he just dove it to Miller's man, and he made an easy bucket.
Ben Phillips with the easy two. That's what speed will get you.
Yeah.
That's Cedric Woods. Cam Stewart has it, drives the center lane underneath.
Nice.
Up and under, and it's good. 58-52.
Again, another push off of the forearm, but no call. And a steal.
Stolen away by Miller. Cumberland has it on the right wing. Thought about shooting it. Now he is going to shoot it. That's good.
61 up by 9.
Now they need to keep closing the coffin door, Joe. They need to keep pushing it.
Yes.
61
when you
to
get
52.
Down here, you gotta let them know this is where it's going to be.
Woods has it, gets it out to TC. TC drives the lane. No good, but we have a foul. It's a block call
again
on Alex Miller.
Alex Miller standing where the guy dribbles around the top of the key. He drives the middle, charges over him, and gets the block call. Like how he moved to get that block charge when he was already there when the ball was at the top of the key.
So that's the third foul on Miller, and going to the line is TC Wells.
These guys just don't like calling charge calls. I think that's it. It's like, I'm not going to call a charge.
Missed a free throw, Joe.
I know that's possibly could have been their first missed free throw of the night.
I know we didn't get any stats at halftime. We want to give one of those. All right, here we go. We still need to give one of those away? We've given 2 Bogarts, and we've given 1 tanning. Okay. Stay tuned. We're going to give another tanning session away here in a minute. Paul Fear, be listening. You can get a tanning session here. Nice pass into
Bogart in for 2. Referee just telling the player laying on the floor ground, just get up, get up. I'm not calling anything.
63-53, up 10 by the Cane, 3:12 to go. Moving the ball around the outside.
It's Mitchell Woods.
Fairfield, shots put up, no good. Mansfield on the breakaway. Loses the ball out of bounds.
He looks to his left to see the guy coming in and dribbled off his foot. Yeah.
He can't believe it himself. 63-53. Rick, what do you want to do? You want to give away another tanning session?
Want to do it at the quarter break?
That'll be the end of the game.
Right.
You're right.
So, go ahead and let's...
okay, here we go. We're going to do one more tanning session here.
This is Town and Country
937-218-2290. First person that texts us in, you get a free tanning session. Name and address, please. 937-218-2290.
Cumberland with a nice steal.
Cumberland! Okay, we got a winner.
Moving back up by 12.
Paul Fear won the tanning session.
Way to go, Paul.
Porter Jenkins, you're just a little late. You got to talk to your wife about texting earlier there, brother. All right.
9-point game.
So Paul Fear gets the tanning session. You know what?
To go.
Paul Fear's daughter would be great for that. 65-56. We got a foul.
Yeah.
Foul on Fairfield.
Now Cumberland did push off, but the trouble was the guy had already came in and initiated the contact.
Yeah.
There's the foul.
James Mitchell.
On the Indians.
2 minutes, 10 seconds here to go in the ball game.
For Wilmington, it's number 34, Jared.
I look for them to start putting Wilmington on the line a lot, so Wilmington needs to come in with the foul shots.
James Mitchell. His third foul. Cumberland going to the line. Shooting.
Yeah, shooting 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. He made the first. So 66-56. Back up to 10.
Oh, yeah, Glory been on the bench for a while. Putting him back in now.
Cumberland puts the second one back in. Money right now. 67-56.
Coming in for Miller.
Miller's going out. Rory back in the game. Wilmington still pressing. What you got to? 11 points. That's not enough.
No.
2:08 to go here.
These guys can shoot the threes and they're quick and they can get down the floor fast. So, yeah, you got to make them eat up clock like this. What you've got to do.
Oh, nice pull-up jumper by Mitchell Woods.
That's a 9.
Mitchell Woods is a shooter. We apologize. We didn't get any stats at halftime.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get any at the end of the game or not. 67-58. Cumberland with the basketball. Cross-court pass to Bogard. He gets it back out to Stewart. Minute 32 to go. Bogard with the basketball. No one's fouling. There's the foul. They're going to foul Chris Rory. And the foul's going to be on Mitchell Woods.
Chris is a good foul shot shooter, so I think they may have tried to say who to foul, who not to foul. When the ball went in, they quickly fouled him, but Chris is a good foul shot shooter.
I'm sorry, but you're down, 9. You probably got to foul. Yeah, you got to foul.
You got to.
That clock's too important, in my opinion.
Nice spin back on the threads there. Nice shot.
Puts the first
back up
one
to
in.
Double figures.
68-58. Minute 26 to go.
Chris is probably saying, yeah, found me. I like it. Gives me more points.
After the made free throw, it's a change for the Hurricanes. Number 10, Alex Miller replaces number 44, Chris Rory.
Alex Miller back in, Rory back out.
69-58. 69-58. Fairfield, long three-pointer put up by Cedric Woods, and they'll let them shoot that all day. That was almost out of bounds.
Sam Stewart got the rebound over to Cumberland, coming up the floor, and they're going to foul Cumberland.
Foul Cumberland. Why not? He's missed several.
Yeah, and they've got to foul the person with the ball now. They can't wait.
Mitchell Woods picks up his fourth.
Because Cumberland was going to bring the ball up the floor and get over at the line in like 8 or 9 seconds.
Yep.
Well, you got to hand it to these Fairfield Indians. They
have stayed around.
They've played a great game, as they did, unexpectedly in the last 2 games. So, give them a lot of, kudos here. This has been a great team.
They played up. I'm not sure Wilmington's played its best game.
Well, no, I don't think so either.
But if Wilmington was playing Mason right now, they could be in trouble. But again, maybe Wilmington would pick it up against a better team. I don't know. But the boys that's been playing against Fairfield have played a very good game. They controlled the ball good. They shot the ball good. They shoot foul shots good.
71-58. Minute 12 to go. Minute 12 to go. 71-58.
Before the 3-point shot, you'd feel very comfortable right now.
We thank everybody for calling in tonight on winning the Bogart's Barbecue and the Town and Country Tanning. the Town and Country Tanning sessions.
Easy for you to say. Well, Teresa early there at Town and Country, she's given us these tanning packages to give out during the game. We appreciate it. As we do all our sponsors, Bogart's Southern Barbecue, and obviously Wilmington Savings Bank and Brian Lawrence out there at Route 73 homes.
Route 73
That's
homes.
right. They are making our game possible.
Baby.
Right.
Referee Chris Dodd sneaking out of the game. Yes, as referee Chris Dodd saying goodbye, I'm going home.
Well, one thing I would say, anyone scouting Wilmington tonight, they're not getting the full scouting report. No. In fact, actually, I think that Wilmington sort of held back the first 2 games. Tonight, I think that what happened was, because they held back the first 2 games, in this game, it was hard for them to kick it back into their high gear.
You can't.
And that's what I said. I said, you got to let these guys go full bore because they get complacent.
And that's why Noska did not want to buy. He wanted to play the first game because you can get complacent sitting around waiting.
That's right.
71-58. A minute to go here. Fairfield with the basketball.
Almost pulled that pivot.
Ben Phillips has it. Fairfield's taking way too much time to get a shot off here.
Cedric
They do
Woods.
get one out.
Or Mitchell Woods, excuse me.
Yeah, he misses that one. Misses it badly.
Cumberland
has the ball. And he got fouled, but they didn't even call it.
A guy reached over, smacked him, no call, and then nobody around him. They may be not going to foul now. They may be just taking their medicine and going home. Down 13 with 30 seconds.
Hurricane Nation is on its feet. 71-58. 30 seconds ago. Now we get the foul called.
It's like, why wait 35 seconds and then foul? That's it.
Joe, I'm a great believer anything can happen. And I've been fouling right away.
I would have still
fouled until the end of the game.
I would have too. Right there, 35 seconds, I would have still been fouling at that point in time.
Three-pointers,
but now,
I tell you what, 3-pointers can make a world of difference,
But why let 35 seconds go off the clock and then
I think the kid was frustrated. He just wanted to do it because he's like us. He's thinking this is the way we should do this.
They're clearing their bench now, so that's a sign that they're going to let it take away here now.
Number 11, Andre Gibbons.
I'll tell you what.
Noska doing the same. He's telling who's going in.
They replace number 13, Thomas Kidd, number 3.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to clap here for Fairfield a little bit.
Yes.
Fairfield played a nice game tonight.
Nice game. And their fans been up this whole game cheering.
Well, we've been standing this whole game too, folks.
We're standing.
Well, we're at. If we were sitting down, we couldn't really even see.
The bar that goes around the top is like right in front of our face, so we stood up. But
Montel Jones in the game. Cumberland to the line. First one's up. That's good.
Couple more stops for Wilmington. You're looking at number 5.
that was the second.
That was the second, sorry. 72-58. Always changes, I got lost.
When the other player came in, that was right after the first shot.
30 seconds to go. 72-58. Fairfield with the basketball. We'll bring it up.
10 new players are on the court right now. Well, basically, there may be 3 or 4, 1 or 2 still on the court for the other team.
Shot put up, no good by number 11 of Fairfield. Wilmington's trapping down there. 10 seconds to go.
And that's what I like about right now, because these boys are playing hard. These boys that just got in the game.
Oh, nice little shot put up there by Jay Givens. And that's the ball game. 72-60. Your sectional champions are Wilmington Hurricanes. I don't know. Are you going to try to get us any stats?
Oh, I thought you said you're going to get us any snacks.
Stats?
No, I'm not going to try.
Okay, well, I don't have mine tonight.
Everybody is, it would be hard getting down to the floor.
I thought he was asking if you were getting us any snacks.
Oh, well, Charlie's always thinking of food.
And I apologize, folks. I didn't keep my stats tonight because we were standing up.
Well, let's look at it this way.
Wilmington won 72-6.
That's right. They scored 12 more points than the other team.
Cumberland had a good game as always, but so did Cam Stewart. He had a real good game earlier.
Cam got a spark plugged off to the get-go. Woolery got a lot of key rebounds and a lot of good key shots early throughout the game. Miller kept putting him back in. Miller was unbelievable underneath playing defense. And you don't know how good Miller was playing because it's not a stat, but he was keeping their big 6'6", 6'5" guys, all 6'7" guys. They weren't hitting underneath.
Cameron Stewart, 14. Cam Stewart at 14.
So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Our sponsors, Wilmington Savings Bank, and also Bogart Southern Barbecue, and obviously
I didn't hear what you said, Cumberland had.
Route 73 Homes, and we want to thank Teresa Early for the tanning packages, and we want to thank our listeners for listening, and obviously the Hurricane move on to Wright State University.
When is that game, Whit?
That game is next Saturday, and I don't know the actual time. More than likely, here's my prediction for the Division I Saturday, March 5th game. Wilmington will have to play Mason in that. Lakota East will probably be playing Wayne. Centerville will probably be playing LaSalle, and Moeller will be playing Springboro or Springfield. All of those will be decided tonight and tomorrow. And
we play the winner of the division or the one bracket.
That's right. So we'll play Mason. Because we'll play the division, the number 1 bracket. We're the number 5 bracket as far as coming out of here. So we will be seeing everybody at Wright State University, right there in Fairborn, Ohio. And that game will take place March the 5th. Look to our website to get the actual times as far as that game.
And we didn't mention while ago, we mentioned names. Jeff Mansfield had a very good game today off the bench, and Gibson for Woolery and also for Miller.
Woolery, Miller, and Mansfield kind of all work together.
They all work together and give each other rest.
Yep, they were in
one
and
gets
out.
in foul trouble, the other one helps out.
Yes. Yes, they did.
All right.
Anything else?
Well, I just want to thank Charlie Hargrave. I want to thank Joe Davis. And I want to thank Roger the Dodger on our camera there. I'm Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Good night, everybody, and go Cane.
Go Cane.